Hey, what's up YouTube? Fritzo's Investing back with another video, and today I wanted to talk to you about Nio, the electric car company. This company's stock has been skyrocketing lately, and I just kind of wanted to share some information with you guys, just in case you weren't familiar with this particular stock. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the electric car company, we'll be talking about their SUVs, also how much their SUVs cost, the battery as a service and their charging solution programs. We'll also talk about their stocks and how they've been performing recently on their quarterly earnings report. And finally, I'll leave you with my participation in the particular stock and where I can see it going in the future. So if you haven't done so yet, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And with no further ado, let's get right into the video. So for those of you unfamiliar with Nio is a company based in Shanghai, China that designs, manufactures, and sells electric vehicles. Currently, they offer 5, 6, and 7-seater electric SUVs. Some of their services include Power Home, which is a home charging solution, Power Express, which is a 24-hour on-demand pickup and drop-off service, Power Swap, a battery swapping service in under 3 minutes, which I think is very cool, and Power Mobile, a mobile charging service through charging trucks. They also offer third-party liability and vehicle damage insurance. They offer repair services, courtesy car services during lengthy repairs, roadside assistance. They also offer data packages, and they use Mobileye for their autonomous vehicle service. I think this stock is very cool, even though they've had losses as of late, and I think they will continue to grow as the EV market continues to grow. So next we'll talk about their vehicles. As I mentioned earlier, Nio currently offers 3 different size SUVs in the 5, 6, and 7-seat variants. So I'll be talking about them from the smallest SUV up to the largest. Their smallest is the EC6. They currently offer 2 different size battery packs in the 70 kilowatt hour and the 100 kilowatt hour pack. So for the 70 kilowatt hour pack, you'll be able to get up to 440 kilometers of range or 273 miles. And for their 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, you'll be able to get up to 615 kilometers of range or 382 miles. I personally think the interiors are very beautiful. I personally like a minimalistic approach. The only thing I don't like is their naming structure. I wish they would name them actual names instead of numbers. It will make them a little bit easier to remember, in my opinion. Next in the lineup is the ES6, which is their 6-seater SUV variant. So for their 70 kilowatt hour battery pack, you'll be able to get up to 260 miles. And out of their 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, it claims to get up to 379 miles. The interiors are once again very beautiful on this particular model. However, the center cluster and the dashboard seem like they're the same. I'm guessing they did this to save costs across all the vehicles. Their largest SUV is the ES8, which can carry up to 7 passengers, and their 70 kilowatt hour battery pack has a 415 kilometer range or 257 miles, and their 100 kilowatt hour battery pack has up to a 580 kilometer range or 360 miles. So these are the prices that I was able to gather off Nio.com. The top row is in the Chinese currency, yuan, and then it's converted to US dollars at the bottom. And then they have the MSRP, the post-subsidy price or rebate price, and the price with battery as a service or BAAS. Nio would like you to get the battery as a service package because this is a monthly subscription fee for around 224 US dollars per month to be able to access those battery services. Their lowest priced vehicle is comparable in price to the Tesla Model Y. For Nio's battery as a service, you no longer have to worry about your battery degrading because you're able to swap out the battery in as little as 3 minutes, and power is just a click or a call away with 24/7 worry-free services. This is a picture of the connector. It looks very similar to what Tesla has now. And this is a picture of the connector connected to the car. You look like you get pretty good length on your cable based on this render. With the 70 kilowatt hour battery, you're able to charge the battery in around 2.5 hours. And for the 100 kilowatt hour battery, you're able to charge it in around 3.5 hours. Now this is what it would look like in a parking space. I like this front connection better than the rear connection that Tesla has. And as far as their mobile power unit, you're able to get 60 miles of charge with just 10 minutes of mobile power when the van pulls up. And some of the ownership benefits include lifetime free charging up to 2 times a month. And with their worry-free power plan, you get free power services 15 times a month. And you also get a free power quota of 1,000 kilowatt hours per month. I think it's pretty good. Next, you'll see a video of a battery swap from Nio. That video definitely gave me some Iron Man suiting up vibes, and I really like it. I like the idea of being able to swap out your battery in as little as 3 minutes. Usually with Tesla, you have to drive to the supercharger and it takes around 30 minutes to supercharge your battery to a decent level, and it takes a couple of hours to fully charge your battery. Now I think if Tesla had this in their wheelhouse, then it would make me more apt to own a Tesla in the future. Shout out to Nio for having this advanced battery technology. I'm looking forward to see what they have in the future. Next, we'll talk about the stock quarterly earnings and my participation in the stock itself. For Nio's third quarter earnings report, we can see that quarterly revenues were $666.6 million. Horrible number there. Quarterly deliveries were 12,206 vehicles. Quarterly vehicle margin was 14.5%, and quarterly gross margin was 12.9%. Vehicle sales were up 22.4% quarter over quarter and 146% year over year. Vehicle margin almost increased by 5%. Total revenues were up by 146%, and the adjusted net loss was down 59% year over year. As far as Nio's assets over liabilities, we can see that the assets increased much more than the liabilities, which means that the company is becoming more and more profitable and relying on less debt, which is a great sign for an EV company. And as far as their other sales, they totaled $38.2 million, which was a 150.7% increase year over year. Some of this came from their home chargers, their energy packages, and their service packages, which was in line with their increased vehicle sales. Nio did have a net loss of $154 million over the third quarter, but this was a 58.5% decrease in the third quarter of 2019 and a decrease of 11% from the second quarter of 2020. If they can continue to increase their margin and increase their vehicle sales, I believe they'll be just fine in their future. Tesla was also not profitable a few years ago. And this is some of their outlook for 2020. For the fourth quarter, they plan to deliver between 16,500 and 17,000 vehicles. And they also plan to increase their total revenues by 119 up to 126%. The EV market has done really well as of late, with Nio being up 1,033% since January and Tesla being up by 387% since January. The S&P 500 looks like it's barely moving, and it's up 12% for the year. As Nio's battery technology and their battery prices decrease, I believe that it will increase the demand for their vehicles. We can already see that for their priced vehicles, their 100 kilowatt battery pack with their battery as a service is cheaper than their 75 kilowatt hour battery pack. Next, we'll head over to my Robinhood portfolio where we'll look at the Nio stock. And we can see that right now the price is $49.26. And for the past week, it's up 19%. For the past month, up 75%. For the past 3 months, up 247%. Up over 2,500% over the past year. And in the past 5 years, is up 721%. Looking at my participation in the stock, I own just over 10 shares of the stock. It comprises about 1.9% of my portfolio. I got in for an average price of $47.24. Right now, my portfolio value is $500.09. My daily value has increased by $7.15, and my total return so far has been $20.53. I truly believe that Nio's stock price will continue to rise in the future. They're currently in the largest EV market in China with over 1.4 billion residents. As their vehicle prices continue to decrease with subsidies and their battery as a service program, I believe that this demand will increase for their vehicles, and as they continue to improve upon their margins and continue to decrease upon their net losses, this will just lead to more investor confidence in the stock and a higher stock price hopefully in the future. If you like this video today, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Are you investing in Nio stock, or would you much prefer to invest in a stock like Tesla? With all that said, I hope you continue to invest in the stock market or whatever you want to invest in, possibly a business, but always continue to invest in yourself. Increase your assets or things that pay you money and decrease your liabilities, which are things that lose you money every single month. I hope for your success in the future and keep getting that passive income. This has been Frictionless Investing with another update. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my video today, and I'll catch you next time.